Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am working on two projects today, so jumping into the first project, I am going to make a hidden bank. I'm taking these frames that I found at the Dollar Tree. Well, they're not really frames, they are little banks with slots at the top, and I'm going to sandwich two of them together and make them one bank, and I'm going to kind of hide it, camouflage it in the house. So I am removing the paper and any backing that's on the back of this box, and I am going to then remove the paint that's on the front with some acetone. As you'll see me doing here, that is 100% acetone, and we're going to use that to, like I said, remove the paint. It comes off pretty easily. If you need to, you can just kind of soak it a little bit with a cotton pad and it'll come off even easier. I already completed one of these. I'm just showing you how I did it with the second one. This is my nephew. He needed help with his game, so you'll see his hands every now and then. So that's how it looks when you have it all done and cleaned up. I keep forgetting to mention the frames, the boxes already came with the glitter on them, so that's what drew me to them, because they already had the glitter, so that worked out perfect. I have some pictures of grease that I printed out and I just cut them down to size, and this is what I'm going to use to kind of hide the fact that this is a bank. I'm going to use some Mod Podge and just glue that down to the inside of the glass. I'm just going to put a little bit in each corner and then use that to stick that picture down in the middle. And I have the other box already done. I already put the second picture. Both pictures are pictures of Santorini, Greece. I would love to visit there one day, so those are the pictures that I chose to use for both sides of the frame. Using some E6000 to go ahead and close this box up, and then once I have the E6000 around the entire perimeter of the box, I'm just going to, like I said, close it up and weigh it down with some books, and I'm just going to sit that to the side for now and work on the second part of this video. Okay, so for the second project, I have these frames that I also found at the Dollar Tree. They are like an iridescent type of frame. They're 4x6 frames. You can use this with bigger frames if you like, but essentially you want to get some frames that kind of have some bulk to them, so that when you sandwich them together, you're able to put stuff in between them. Just like with the boxes, I'm going to remove all of the paper backing and everything from the back of these frames, and just go ahead and throw that away. You don't have any use for that in this project. Maybe if you want to use it for something else, but for this project you don't need it anymore, so just go ahead and throw that away. And then I'm going to take some pliers, some very old looking pliers you'll see here in a minute, and those little tabs, the little metal tabs that hold down all the paper and the in the glass. I'm just going to pull those out, and I'm going to go in right here with some fairy lights, some twinkle lights. I think if you look up LED twinkle lights, you'll be able to find these, but I will leave a link to these in the description, as well as everything else that I can link will be linked in the description if you would like to purchase anything from this video. But essentially I'm going to be taking these lights and I'm going to take them down to the inside of one side of the frame. Just showing what the lights kind of came with. They came with extra batteries and they came with a little screwdriver. But here I am taking some clear tape, and the wire part is the part that the lights, that's the lights, the wire part. So you're going to tape down the lights around the inside of what's going to be the back frame of this picture, and I'll show you here in just a minute how far I went around the perimeter. I don't go all the way inside for a reason, because it's just not necessary to have them in the middle, because there'll be a picture right there hiding it and covering it up anyway. So go ahead and do that, and then I'll explain to you what the next step is. make sure when you're doing this part you leave enough hang, if you can see right there where the little switch can hang off, because you're going to be gluing that to the back. I forgot to mention. So for my picture portion, I'm just going to pick a picture out of this wedding book that I have. It's just a book with all of the like spare pictures. I have every picture from my wedding printed out, but this book just has some of all the extras. I'm just going to find a picture that I want to use in this frame, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that at the end of the video, why I'm kind of sticking to a theme. But again, I'll get into that once I find the right picture that I want, the perfect picture that I want. I'm going to then tape that down to the what's going to be the front of the frame. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape so that you don't see that tape peeking through. I'm just going to kind of center that in the middle so that you can still have a perimeter of glass around, if you can see, like right here. Then I'm taking these wooden dowels, also got these from Dollar Tree. I'm going to measure them and cut them down to size. I'm using this as like a border, and I'm going to tape them down to the picture, to the back of the picture. Make sure you don't tape the dowels to the glass part. You don't want to be able to see that part from the glass, so tape it down to the back of the picture, not to the glass. Once you have all four taped down, I'm using these beads. They look like little diamonds. They're like jar fillers, vase fillers. I got these off Amazon. I do believe you can find them in some Dollar Tree stores in little small bags, but I wanted quite a bit for a different project, so I went ahead and bought these. Again, they will be linked below if you would like to purchase them. But you're going to go ahead and start filling this up, and pay attention to this part, because once you fill them, you're going to sandwich it together like this, and then stand it up. Be careful, stand it up, shake it, and look at any gaps you may have. So if you have gaps, this is going to be your opportunity to take that top back off before you glue it down completely, and fill up any gaps. And then once you filled it up as much as you can fill it up just around that outer portion, then go ahead and seal that up with some more E6000. And after we seal this part, I'm just going to put some more E6000 on the back of the little switch right there. And I'm going to glue that down to the back portion of the glass, what is going to be the back of the frame. I did use a little bit hot glue. I did not show it in this frame, but I did use a little bit of hot glue to go ahead and stick that down, just so I wouldn't have to put any additional weight on just that part. And then I weigh it down with the book and set that to the side, because that one is finished. Back to the first project. This is just the last little part that I'm doing. I decided to add like a quote-unquote top, perfume bottle top, to make this look like a perfume bottle. So I have some old perfume bottle tops that I'm using that I found. So this part I cannot link, but I can link this rhinestone wrap that I found. I just wrap the bottom part in the rhinestone wrap using some hot glue, and then I'm going to cover up one of the holes of the box. So find the front of the box, and then the slit that's at the front of the box, you're going to use this to glue over top of that hole. So then you'll only have one hole that you can slide your money into. So like that slot right there is the front of the box. So that's what will be facing if anybody looked at it from the front. Then I'm just going to secure that little smaller top to the top of the big top, and put some more Mod Podge around the base of the bottom, the bigger top, and put some glitter, and we're done with this portion of the video. You want to say hey to the camera?
Hey.
Say hey.
Hey. Wow.
It's pretty. So this is the finished product. I love the way both of these came out. You have the hidden bank, and then you have the floating picture frame. So I chose to use Santorini and a picture from my wedding, because I do want to go to Greece one day as a anniversary vacation, so to celebrate our anniversary one day. So that's why I chose to use Santorini. I'm just showing you my little wedding wall, and excuse my husband in the background if you can hear him, but this is how they turned out. Here is a little clip of how it looks if it's dark in the room, and then I cut the lights on the frame. And then here I was just showing my nephew how you put some money in the back. So yeah, the place where I have these, you can't really tell that it's a bank. It just looks like a decorative piece. It looks like a perfume bottle, like a decorative perfume bottle, and only we know, well, now you know now, that it is actually a bank. So thank you so much for watching, and till the next time.